Hey, what's up, guys? It's Kim. This is not going to be a regular rabbit hole video. I mean, this going to be unedited. I mean, this is the second take, and it's going to be on Dave Chappelle's The Closer. This is his 6th and final special on Netflix for now, because he completed the 6th special contract deal that he had with them. So this one, much like the last one, Sticks and Stones, has garnered controversy. It's got a criticism from critics, fans, and also people in the LGBTQ community, primarily the trans community. You know, there's been I've read articles calling for the removal of the special, and also you know, criticizing, condemning, and also people canceling their Netflix subscriptions. And also on the other aisle, because nobody wants to talk about the other extreme, the conservatives, you know, primarily who are not watching, who didn't see it because they thought it was funny. They just thought that, oh yes, Dave Chappelle just owning the libs, or he's owning the LGBTQ community, because, you know, it's like, because, you know, with that other side, they just like anything that could hurt anybody that's not white and conservative. Let's be real with that. So my thing is that I think both extremes are very dangerous, you know, whether it's coming from the right or the left. You see, I kind of mixed that up. It doesn't matter, but still, either way. So my thing is this: the special, I thought it was fine. You know, I didn't think it was as strong as the other previous specials that Chappelle released on Netflix, but I thought it was pretty good. You know, I got a few laughs. You know, a lot of them, I got some chuckles. I got some hard laughs. I mean, I even got some nervous laughs, you know, but all in all, I thought it was fine. I mean, only thing is that I thought he could have done better, but you know, that's just my thing. But the thing is that the majority of his special was towards the LGBTQ community. He was having a conversation. He was even relaying his own stories, some personal stories when it came to the community. You know, I mean, he pretty much touched on some terms that he never heard of when he was coming up. You know, being labeled transphobic or TERF and all that stuff. You know, he labeled on people who have been canceled for saying some stuff for insensitive stuff, like the Baby and J.K. Rowling, and also who else? Oh, Kevin Hart. Yeah. So listen, he's not saying that those three did not deserve the criticism. They just didn't deserve to be canceled primarily because of their opinions. Yeah, so things that when it comes to opinions, you know, people have a lot of us have them. I mean, everybody does. You have them, I have them, everybody does. You know, but it's your right to agree with them or not agree with them. You know, I mean, yeah, we can, but at the same time, I know the difference between having a disagreement, you know, disagreeing on some topics, and also just being an asshole and hating on stuff. You know, I understand that, you know. But what I observed from Chappelle's special, because I watched it and I observed it and I listened, because the things that Dave Chappelle is really good at is storytelling. You know, when it comes to it. So when he starts telling the story, you listen. And I really listened. I mean, though the jokes I could see are offensive, and I could see why they could find offensive, but from what I've listened to, what I heard was someone who was wanted to have a conversation with the group, with the group that he hurt most, because he wants to come to a clear understanding that he's not that what he's saying is not is because he's not their enemy. He does not hate anything that's different. He's somebody who's willing to learn. You know, it's just that the things that he has a problem with is that's some of the people within within that community. It's primarily talking about the white people in the LGBTQ community. Not all of them, but the ones who take advantage, you know, try to you know, try to get people riled up in a way. You know, I'm not explaining it properly because, you know, this is not a planned video, but you know what if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So he's discussing that, and he's telling them like the different encounters, and he's also talking about the people that he met who were good people. You know, he's talking about one trans woman who's who he actually met his mother before, met her mother, like, you know, before he met the trans girl who was with the two black dudes. And then but then the other trans woman he became friends with was Daphne, who wanted to be a stand-up comedian, who laughed at all of Dave's jokes. You know, he's had a conversation where he just makes sure that, you know, is like hoping that he was, you know, the first thing is that, like, I hope you weren't offended by all the stuff, you know. If you were, I'll apologize. See, the things that what people don't realize, that Dave Chappelle, he does see empathy. He wants to be sure that what he may be saying, you know, even though he's the quote offensive comedian, he's trying to make sure that everybody's at least having a good time, you know, because he does want to have a conversation with those who he may feel that he may have offended. You know, because I don't think that Dave Chappelle is transphobic or homophobic in any way. You know, I mean, I've seen that even on Chappelle's show, because he has made jokes about gay people before too. You know, and he's also pointing out the racism that's within the LGBTQ community. You know, I mean, of course, I mean, I'm not gay. I'm a straight man. Of course, I guess, you know, I'm not the right person to talk about LGBTQ issues, but, you know, I've had conversations with plenty of them, you know, with plenty of people, you know. And also, this special is another conversation starter, you know. So because I think that's one of the good things that about this special is coming out, because there's more people with discussions from from people who want this special to be removed, or people who don't want the special to be removed, you know. Because me, I feel that my opinion, I don't want this this special should not be canceled. Nothing should be canceled, you know, because like I said, I never follow with this cancel culture. I mean, because ironically, that's what started conservative. But you know, that's neither here nor there. So I think that things that if you're truly a fan of Dave Chappelle, you know, you'll definitely watch. You'll probably like this one. I mean, or maybe not, or you think it's okay. Like myself. You know, he is still one of the greats in my opinion. I mean, obviously, if he's getting a conversation started like this, you know, he's doing something. He's probably this probably was intention to get started. And also, he mentioned at the end that he's not going to not make any more jokes with him about the community anymore until there's an understanding that both of them can sit together and laugh with each other. You know, because that's what he wants. Because he's a comedian. He's not a lecturer. He's not like he's not like this he's not like this messiah. He's not this the civil rights leader. He's an actor comedian who has a lot of insights, who reflects his views on the world through comedy. So that's all I got. So, you know, just if you're new here, please click subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment, for a like, help me in the algorithms, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.